I paid $150 for this hydraulic press and $500 for a CNC knee mill. Did I waste my money? And if I didn't, should I give them away to one of you guys? Watch until the end to find out. Whoa, so that worked. Oh, wait. Oh, hear the fans? This is a hydraulic Denison multi-press. I got this left over when I bought out a machine shop. I have this left, and I have a Bridgeport CNC knee mill, and I've never even tried to power these things on. They've just kind of been sitting in the back of the warehouse since I got them. So I have no idea if this thing runs or what the deal is with it. It looks to be in really good shape, though. It was actually in a container, if you can believe it, with a bunch of other like parts. It looks to be in pretty good condition. So what it is this is a hydraulic ram, and it just presses down onto this table, and it has a horseshoe opening right here, and it also has this plate that you can put on there for pressing whatever you want. You can take that out and put a whole rod in there and press bearings on and off, or you can use it. It looks like they were using it for like stamping a part. I'm not sure what that stamps out. I've never checked it out. It's just been sitting there since I got it. I ran some power to it, but I haven't turned it on yet. So we'll see what happens with that. Cabinet looks pretty clean, but there's a bunch of fuses and stuff in here, so that doesn't look too reassuring. Has an extra little outlet on it. It's 220 3-phase, but I do believe I've had a bunch of machinery like this, and I have both 3-phase and single phase here. I've actually ran equipment like this that doesn't have a VFD off a single phase by just putting the two leads instead of the 3, and I think that the only downfall of something like that is you don't get as much power. I could be mistaken though, not an electrician by any means. But like I said, this thing looks to be in pretty good condition. So I got my multimeter here, and I got this wired up. Let's get some power going to it and see what happens. I actually run a 40 horsepower rotary phase converter here at the warehouse. All right, so I do got 220 going to this. I'm gonna go shut the power off and then flip that switch to on, and then I'll actually turn it on from the breaker, and let's see what happens. Okay, so I flipped the breaker, nothing happened. No motors came on. Let me hit the on switch. So I hit the on and the motor on switch, nothing happened. Let's see what we get here. Okay, so I'm only getting 3 volts to the other side of this breaker here. And I'm only getting 3 volts right here. So that means something inside of here isn't working, or this is turned the wrong way. So let me cut the power, turn that again, and see what happens. See if I get anything. Yeah, that was the wrong way. So now I'm getting power. Let's go around here and push the button and see what happens. Okay, so when I hit the motor on, that contactor's pulling in, but nothing's happening. I think this right here is the contactor that actually needs to pull in to make the motor start. Okay, so now I need to track this down. Let's see, this goes from here to here. Let's see if we get power in here. So we definitely have power right here. Maybe that reset. Nope. And then no power down here anywhere. So this happens to me a lot with a lot of this older equipment. A lot of times these contactors just go bad, and then you can't find them because they're so old that they don't make the components for them anymore because they are rebuildable. So you either got to put a new one in there or try to rebuild it, and it costs so much money it's not even worth it. So what I usually do is I'll just jump them to get them going, and then I'll just put a box in here like I do normally on a press that has 3 fuses just like that, and you switch it on and off, and that's good enough for me. So that we may have to jump these wires. I'm assuming these red ones are 110 and these are 223 phase. So I might have to jump these wires because we're getting power here. So I might have to jump these to the other side over here and then jump this 110 here out to maybe right there. Then again, don't try this at home. I'm not a professional electrician by any means. I've just been messing with equipment long enough to kind of know how to get around something that's not working. So let's try that. Let me power this off. Let me jump these wires and see what happens. All right, so I got these wires jumped out here, from here down to here. So it's basically going around this contactor. There is one wire up here that was in this middle that probably supplies something like maybe a one of the switches. I may have to jump that from there down to the middle too. But let's turn it on and see what happens. I'll be standing over here. Whoa, so that worked. Motor's on. Sounds pretty good. So now I don't know if any of this stuff works. You have to hit both of these at the same time, I assume, to get this to come down. These might be what needs the 110 power to work to activate those, the red wires in there. Let's find out. All right, let's see if we can find 110. So I know if you grab just one leg of 3-phase and a ground, that's going to be 110. So I'm thinking this wire needs to be 110, which should be coming out of here. Let's see. Let me find a ground. Ground right here. So there's no 110 there. That's 110. So yeah, if we grab one leg of the 3-phase, that'll give us our 110. That's my high leg, so I don't want to mess with that off my phase converter. That's 110 right there. So I think this may need 110. So what I might do is jump this wire right directly into there. See what happens. Let's turn it off and see what happens. I also don't know if the pump's spinning the right direction or not. We'll figure that out as we go. All right, no power. Let's jump this to 110, because I'm assuming 110 goes through there when you supply it and it comes down to here, which it's not when it's turned on. So this definitely needs 110, and I'm assuming so does that wire. In the end, all this can be bypassed, and as long as the motor comes on, I can run wires right to the solenoid to a foot pedal to activate this, which is what you want to do anyway, because, you know, hitting both of those things to get it to work kind of sucks. So let's turn it on, see if it doesn't blow up. Okay, so that does work. Now when I hit the buttons, it is pulling a contactor, and I can't see which one. So now I got that working. I wonder if that wire right there, that's 3-phase, needs to be hooked in down here to grab 110. So let's hook that one up and see what happens. We're slowly chopping away at it. All right, so since it doesn't matter, I think I'm gonna just run it to here because it's easier to access that one. I wonder if I'm getting 110 of those legs right there too. That'd be easy to hook these up to. So like I said, I'm not an electrician by any means, but I'm not too concerned with burning anything up doing what I'm doing, because I know all these legs are gonna be 110, and then anything that's on one leg by itself, like this wire, is obviously just gonna be 110, so let's try that. No way. I got it. I'm not gonna believe it. That actually got it. Check it out. Wow. That thing is nice and smooth too. I am shocked. I thought it was gonna take a lot more to get this thing going. And it's running good too. Sounds nice and smooth. It's full of fluid. The fluid looks really nice too for, you know, how old it is. And I'm not sure how to use this thing, but this is how you adjust the pressure, I guess. The hydraulic pressure. And then this must be, I turn this goes up and down, so this must be like how far your stroke goes in and out. See how it's sucking it back up in there? And it's got a ball screw it rides on in there. Nice and smooth too. Nice feature. And I'm assuming this is a limit switch. So I don't know if you just put this somewhere and when it hits, it hits and stops, or if it was supposed to go over here. More than likely, it looks like there's something missing. And this was supposed to go over here maybe, and like ride that maybe. I'm not sure. What do you guys think? But you could either way, just if this is a limit switch, which I can't really find out because it's got the two handles, you got to push both the buttons to get it to work, which would be really easy to convert this to a foot pedal. Actually, just get 110 to a foot pedal, run it down here, which is what I do if I kept it and used it. I've actually had one of these before. I've actually had two of these, and I've sold them for around 4,500 bucks a piece. These are really hard to come across, actually, in good shape like this. So what do you guys think? We should press something with it? Let's get some stuff and see if it'll press. All right, so I found some wood, got some wood stacked up on top of here. I'm not sure how hard this presses. I know it says it's like a 6-ton or 10-ton or something like that, and this is a really big cylinder, so I'm assuming it's gonna have some power. And since I got to use these two handles down here to activate it, and you got to stand directly in front of it, I don't want to put nothing crazy in front of it so it doesn't fly back and hit me, but I'm also gonna be wearing some safety glasses here. Let's see. And since it's not, the inch mode doesn't work on this, it's pretty much you hit it and let off it and it goes back up and comes down, so, and it goes pretty quick, which I'm assuming you can turn the speed down somehow, but let's see what happens. Whoa, yeah, that's got some power. Wow. I mean, not that wood is like the strongest material or anything, but I wonder if it'll come down. I wonder what'll happen with this if it'll come down far enough. Whoa! Yeah, that's got some power. Wow. Wow. It just bent that 2x4 like it was nothing. I think this is 1/8 wall too. Wow. This is a nice press. So I wonder what they were pressing out with that thing down there. that is not light. Oh wow, it's 2 pieces. All right. Okay, so it looks like, let me get it up here. Okay, so I got this fixture up here, and it looks like, I'm not sure, there's like, here's the male side. So it looks like it was just pressing this little part right here. Like maybe a tab or something. What if I had some sheet metal I could stick in there and just find out? There's 2 little like pieces of steel sticking up there. Registry marks maybe? Oh yeah, they go into there, I think. No, they wouldn't line up with that. You know what, let me see if I got a little teeny tiny piece of sheet metal we can stick in there. Let's just press it first to see if it even works before we do that. It was together, so it's together for a reason. See, that's weird. I don't think these press. It sounded like there was a stop in there, actually. Maybe there's springs that go on here that weren't with it or something. It looks like a tube went inside of there, and maybe it stuck that tube in there and it notched those, it punched those little marks out or something, because it looks like it would be closed up right now. Yeah, it definitely doesn't go down anymore. I think that's what it is. I think a tube went in there. So there should be springs on there, which there isn't, and that's as far down as that goes. There's no place for it to come out. So I guess we won't press this, but looks like they were using it to punch little dimples in a tube. That sucks. I kind of wanted to press that and see what happens. So since this was a lot less work to get going than I thought it was going to be, let's go over and check out this CNC Bridgeport mill I got. Here's a nice big Monarch that I have, that I had got from a place that closed down. Actually sold this one. Runs good. It's been sitting here about 3 months. The guy hasn't picked it up yet. There's the Fadal from the other video. If you guys haven't seen that, go back and check that out. I'll show you some of the stuff on the way. Here's my big do-all bandsaw. There's a big old school 3-phase buffer that I've never got around to even hooking up, never even put power to it. Here's my 12-foot by 6-foot CNC plasma table that I built from scratch. Works pretty good. Using this right now to build a 8-foot hydraulic press brake, so be on the lookout for that video. Also working on did a full lift on my Suburban. Haven't had time to finish that up yet. And here's what we came for. This is a Bridgeport Series 1 2 horsepower knee mill. So I've never even hooked power to this. This and that press were kind of the lowest things on the list that I had bought when I bought all that stuff, and they just kind of sat here. So this has the Bridgeport CNC control on it, which I'm not familiar with. Has the high-low range for the spindle. So you can see it's just been crammed in over here. It's just been sitting here for probably, I don't know, a year and a half. It's got cobwebs on it, dust on it. It looks really, really clean though, now that I'm revisiting it for the age. So let me get it pulled. Let me get my forklift over here and get this pulled out of here, and we'll bring it over here by some power and see if it comes on. Got it. All right, so I got it pulled over here by the power. Got the same power I was using for that Fadal. Again, if you haven't seen that video, go back and check it out. Took me a second. You got to be smarter than the Bridgeport, I guess. Took me a second to figure out how to even open this electronics cabinet, because there's a little bolt right there. and it kind of keeps you from opening this no matter how you turn it. But you stick a screwdriver in there and kind of pop it back. But this cabinet looks pretty clean. Actually looks like a well taken care of machine. Really nice machine. The head tilts. It's got automatic way lubrication. Yeah, this is a pretty nice machine. Kind of hope this works. Let's grab some power and get it hooked up. All right, I got the power hooked up. Right back here. Let's flip the switch and go back over here to the control panel. Flip that switch over there, and then we can hear it from over there, see if it comes on. And so here we go. This is going to be the Fidal switch. Don't hear anything, but I don't know that I would on this one. Let's see. Oh, wait. Oh, hear the fans? Yeah, it's got power. And I don't know anything about working one of these, but let's see. Not sure how to control this at all or turn it on. I've had a manual Bridgeport, but never a CNC one. Well, there's the spindle in high range. I guess that answers that question. So here's high range. It sounds super smooth too. Wow. Listen to that spindle. I've had a couple knee mill style mills in, and they always sound clanky up top. Wow, this thing sounds really good. Let's turn it off and go to the low range. So there's the low range. Wow. Wow. That's 170. 150. Wow, that is quiet. And it has the collet adapter in there. I'm not gonna go too in depth on this machine, and this one will probably do a whole separate video on this. But I just wanted to see if it came on. So the spindle comes on. Really nice. Sounds really nice. Very shocked. So as far as the controls, it doesn't look like any of this is coming on. But then again, I don't really know how to get this to turn on. But I would imagine when you turn the power on, this would come on. I think I've had another one that did have this and it came on. That would make sense to me. I'm not really sure. Let's see, what is this? Coolant on or off? Oh, wow. It's got its own coolant pump. There it is right there. And a work light right here. Just never noticed this stuff because it's just been sitting in the corner. Work light. Outlet for coolant. Wow. Look at the scales on the ways. How nice is that? This is a really nice mill. I can't believe that the CNC part won't come on. But then again, I don't know exactly how to do it, but I know this would light up if it worked when it came on. So more than likely this part of it doesn't work. But if that part doesn't work, it's just got servos, and those are step and direction servos, which I'm pretty familiar with from building the plasma table. And I think I've seen a guy online where he just jumped right into those with you know, like that couple $100 kit of NEMA stuff, and jumped right into there and started controlling it with Mach 3. Maybe we'll get into that. Not sure. But wow, man, this spindle. There's the collar wrench. Here's the up and down for the knee. I'm assuming. Wow, listen how smooth that is. Shocking. But the other stuff I got from this facility was pretty nice too, so I made my money off that stuff, and that's why this stuff is just sat around. I don't do a lot of manual stuff. Wow, I am really shocked at how smooth this is. That's high range. That's 2,400 RPMs. Wow. I've had machining centers that don't even sound that smooth. Really cool. So that's about it. What do you guys think? Should I give these away? Would you guys like to have them? I'm down. I've already made my money off the other stuff that I bought from there a year and a half ago. These have just been sitting around my place. You know, the Dennison multi-press, if you look those up online, they go anywhere from $2,500 all the way up to $7,000, $8,000, depending on how nice they are and how good they run. And that one looks pretty nice. And everybody knows about a Bridgeport. You know, Bridgeports can go from 2,000 on up. They just go, the sky's the limit on those. Even with CNC that doesn't work, this may work. I may make another video about that. This can be retrofitted too, really easy. But the spindle sounds super nice in this thing. And the scrapings in a way look like it just came from the factory. So this is a really nice machine. Leave in the comments below, what do you guys think? Would you like me to do a giveaway on these? I'm totally down. If not, I'll keep them. Maybe we can do other videos on them. Maybe upgrade this to CNC. And, you know, maybe put a foot pedal on that one and use it for some stuff. Either way, I really appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate all the comments and all the follows. If you like this stuff, give me a follow. Give me a like. It really helps boost the videos. Thanks again.